We looked at a whole bunch of things that are specific to student behavior or student learning. And so we track students across a bunch of things. We track their attendance. We track their ability to do homework and quizzes, which were an integral part of how we were tracking their progress throughout the course. We evaluated how much did they access supports that we provided. Could they use self-directed strategies to go and access the supports that we brought up? So we tried to really measure a lot in terms of what is it about student learning that has a lot to do with whether they pass or fail. One of the second large pieces of our project was to really evaluate what we called student attributes. The one that you may be most familiar with is math anxiety. We have a very powerful math anxiety measure in our study to determine how does that negative feeling about math, how powerful is that relative to the other things that we're studying in our model? How does that impact that student's ability to learn? An example of another thing we measured was something called academic motivation. Academic motivation has been studied in the sense of we might have extrinsic motivators. I'm doing this because I want to have a good job and I want to be able to make money and support my family. There's another portion of motivation called intrinsic motivation, and that's really learning for the joy of learning, that boy, it just really blows my hair back. And then we have an amotivational construct in our attribute measures, and this is the one actually that became most powerful for us. This is a construct that is really trying to measure that student who really isn't quite sure what they're doing at the university. The final and one of the most powerful things that we wanted to look at that we knew we could impact had to do with teaching behavior. We wanted to take these evidence-based practices and help the university professors understand that there were some ways that they could go about teaching that would help the student be more successful.